A very warm welcome to you all. On the set tonight we have Hema Ramnarian. She is a Muay Thai instructor. She is also in charge of the female commission at the Mauritius Muay Thai Federation. During this episode, Hema is going to explain to us more about the purpose of Muay Thai and how this discipline helps so many women to learn self-defense technique and develop their confidence level. Hema, thank you so much for joining us in the studio of the MBC.
Thank you for inviting us to be on this platform firstly. Okay. And as you know that Muay Thai is a form of martial art and it comes from Thailand. So basically how it was not developed, but it gained propaganda. It was initially during the war period, so the people had to defend themselves. So they would develop the Muay Thai there, and in Mauritius it came around 15 years ago. So we have our coaches who brought this discipline to our little island, and as a date we are practicing it. Okay, so here we are.
Yes, like you've said, Muay Thai is a martial art and a combat sport that uses stand-up, striking, along with some various clinching techniques. But Muay Thai, in fact, uses the whole body as weapon and as shield. Long before it was a sport, like you mentioned, it was seen as an important survival tool. But how would you define Muay Thai for you?
Well, Muay Thai is not just a mode of defense. It's a way of living, actually. It's omnipresent in your everyday lifestyle, how you pick up something, how you respond to a situation. It's more than just physical effort. There's a mental capacity that you develop, and it has a lot to do with your whole lifestyle. If you have a focus on the economy of Thailand, it's highly based on Muay Thai, and also it's a good percentage of its tourism comes basically for Muay Thai. They stay there. There's camps beside holidays as well. For month, you have people who go there to train, and from that they compete there in Thailand itself, and then afterwards get back to their own native country. So it's a way of living more than just defense. I believe we will go further into that in a few minutes. Yeah.
And this sport is also usually referred as the art of 8 limbs. Tell us more in details about that. What are the 8 limbs and how are they powerful in this discipline?
So Muay Thai particularity, or if I can say uniqueness, is the fact that we use all parts of the body, from top to bottom. So for instance, if you are defending yourself or you are trying to project an attack, you use your fist. Okay, this is first. So left and right, this makes two. And then we have the elbows as well. Left, right again, and you have your knees, and then you have your shin, your legs to kick, basically. So based on that, the art of 8 limbs, this is the basic ones. These are the main parts that we use. And from that, we have developed many techniques. We have combos as well that comes along that has been developed. So you won't see if you watch Muay Thai competition, you will never see an athlete, we call them a nak muay. They will never just throw fist or punches. They will always have elbows. They will throw in some elbows. You will have kicks. You will have knees coming in. They will clinch and then get into the elbows. You will have, it's a combination of everything. And also, if you judge a competition, how the competitor has performed, how well he has been able to defend himself, is also based on the fact that he has mastered this technique. A nak muay is never fully successful until he has been able to use a combination of both punches, kicks, knees, and elbows.
Can we say that the ultimate goal of Muay Thai is therefore to gain a knockout or stoppage of the opponent?
No, I will never say so. Even those who have been teaching Muay Thai for years will never say so. Muay Thai is more, firstly, to step on a ring is success. It takes a lot, it demands a lot. And I can say so by experience as well. And also, if you ask all competitors, they will give you the same response, even if it is national or international level. Recently, we have received as guest an international competitor, okay, and he will say the same thing as well. It takes a lot, and also to maintain. When we talk about a Muay Thai competition, normally it's free round of 2 minutes 30 or 3 minutes, depending on whether in which category you fall. So to stay there, to defend yourself for this first round of 2 minutes 30 is successful.
Of course.
This is what we would define as knockout is not success. Yeah.
But then each part of the body serves as its own individual weapon, we can say.
Yes, definitely. And weapon and also how we block an attack.
Okay.
So if we, firstly, if you start to begin learning Muay Thai, basically you will start to learn the basics, how we move, and then you will start to defend yourself, not attack first. We don't show students how to attack first.
It's mostly on the defense.
Exactly. Defend first and then you attack. You should be able to protect yourself before striking an attack.
That's a very interesting mindset, in fact.
Exactly, yeah.
But Hema, how did you actually develop this interest in Muay Thai? You're also a Muay Thai instructor now.
Yes. So, well, initially I started when I was at university. I was just a student, and I started Muay Thai. From my research, I wanted to have something away from academics. So, as a hobby, I did try some martial art earlier, but ultimately I came to Muay Thai based on the fact that it's a combination. It was interesting. And also when I research, if you Google Muay Thai, you will see a lot of good-looking athletes as well, competitors. So to be part of this family, this was the aim. And it was very welcoming. So from university till here I am, okay.
Still practicing it.
Exactly, practicing, and then I joined a club as well, and then I moved into helping with the give a helping hand to the federation as well.
But this sport is also known to be quite violent. So what inspired you to pursue it despite having that reputation of being violent to that sport?
Well, when someone starts Muay Thai, we firstly need to know the objective of the person. We have a saying in Muay Thai, not just nationally but internationally, Muay Thai is for all. When I mean all, it is explicit. From a 5-year-old, our youngest student is 5-year-old. We have grandparents who is 56 years old, 65 years old, who still come and practice Muay Thai. So you need to have an objective. When you're doing Muay Thai, you do it for fitness, okay, for competition, or you're doing it just as a rehab. So yes, it is violent, but if you want to go for it, you go for it in this way, okay? You choose to have it, to practice it this way. But if you practicing it just for fitness purposes, yes, so then your objectives are different. Then you will not be, the session will be different from what an elite.
It depends on the goal then.
Exactly. So.
Yes, and many people have the perception to see martial art as self-defense, like we were saying earlier. But is Muay Thai more simply than an efficient self-defense method?
It is a self-defense method. For instance, in Muay Thai, we call it stance. How you stand, how you need to stand a ring, how you move, etc. This principle, if you adopt it in your day-to-day lifestyle, it gives you stability. Because if you stand with your feet closed, just straight, okay, something come and push you, you might fall. But if you are in this stance, definitely you will have more stability. How you pick up something, how you respond, how you are engaging in your day-to-day activities. It all forms part of Muay Thai. And these little things mean a lot, okay, if you focus on them. And self-defense, yes, but I'm here to repeat again. Muay Thai is not to go and strike punches,
Yes.
etc. It's more on, it's a discipline, firstly. It's a discipline. And you need to inherit a lot of values. As I mentioned earlier, it comes from Thailand. So before any competition or any event, firstly, there is some rituals. We seek the blessings of those who initially came up with this form of art, and we respect them, and also we perform the Y crew. The Y crew, it's a paying respect custom, if we can say, and it also acts as a warming up just before the competition. Okay, because you have been ready, but just before the competition you need to do stretching, etc. On the ring you perform your Y crew. It will serve as a warming up, and additionally it is also a paying respect. We pay respect to whom? To firstly your teacher, okay, your crew, as we say, the coach. Thank you for being here, for helping us. Secondly, you pay respect to the to your families, okay,
Yes.
friends and families who have supported you, okay, financially and morally for you to be on the ring. And thirdly, you pay respect to everyone who has set up this platform for you to be able to showcase your talent. Yeah.
It teaches humility then.
You have to be humble, okay.
Yes.
You have to. It's a value that you need. It needs to be
The
integrated.
sense.
Exactly. Yeah.
And over the course of its long history, Muay Thai has actually evolved and has become one of the most dynamic sports, we can say. In fact, in Mauritius as well, we have so many young girls, women showing interest in that discipline, right? But you are in fact in charge of the female commission. How do you think Muay Thai can equip a woman with the tools she needs to ensure she is presented with the safest exit out of any conflict?
Well, in my opinion, the safest exit out of any conflict is to avoid. Firstly,
Yes.
you need to know where to step in and where not to step in. This is the mental capacity. When a student comes to us, why we promote female participation in Muay Thai is simply because exercising gives you more confidence. Okay, you feel more happy in your skin, and when you are happier, you can take the right decisions in your day-to-day lifestyle. Having a 1 hour or 1.5 hour session per week will definitely have more positivity in your lifestyle as compared to if you had no workout. Today we have women of all ages, okay, girls, kids as well. They practice Muay Thai for fitness. Some go for competition as well. Some are here just as rehab, okay? Basically, they wanted something more than just gym, more than just Zumba. And when you are also engaging in physical effort, in Muay Thai, as we say that, as I mentioned, when you're striking, so you are taking out all these energies out of you. When you're taking all your energy out, eventually you will be refilled with positivity. You will be more relaxed. And when you are happier, definitely you will be able to take the right decision. And out of any conflict, we don't teach our students to go, even if he is one of our best elite,
Yes.
as we call it, we don't ask them to go and enter a fight. The best way is to avoid having this fight, firstly.
But yes, but nowadays we are surrounded. We hear so many cases of assault, aggression. So how can Muay Thai, helps a woman to protect herself if she's found in a risky situation?
Well, Muay Thai, as I told you, it's an art of 8 limbs. We don't just use punches, but we use everything, elbows, etc. For instance, in Muay Thai, we teach students how to defend themselves.
Yes.
If the opponent is 1 meter away, far away, or it's very close to you, okay? We have variety of techniques, okay? We have multiple techniques. So definitely the person will be able to defend itself, whether the person is a bit further away or it is close to you. As simple as
Yes.
that. Yeah.
So it's nice actually to be equipped with those self-defense techniques.
You
Better be
feel
safe
yeah,
than sorry, right?
yeah, you're more confident in your skin. You know that tomorrow you can travel on your own if you're going abroad for business trips, etc. Definitely, you don't have to be afraid of anything.
As a Muay Thai practitioner, do you feel that this sport inspire a femininity, recognizing the emotional and physical strength of a woman?
Yes, today when we speak of strength of a woman, it's not just physical, it's
Yes,
also mental, and it's the
emotional.
approach as well that we deal with situation, how well we manage our day-to-day lifestyle. And definitely Muay Thai is not just a sport, it comes with a lot of values as well. And slowly when you practice it, you learn the history as well. You understand how people live live on Muay Thai actually. Okay, this is their mode of income. This has been their lifestyle. Kids, from the beginning, the playground is a ring, okay, till their old ages. So you learn a lot, and eventually you become a better person. Okay, you choose to become a better person. Yeah.
But when did you actually decide to teach Muay Thai?
Well, we had one senior coach, okay, if we call it adjunct in Muay Thai, the terminology. Then the federation organized him to come to Mauritius, and we had a series of persons who decided to go for this course and take his blessings firstly, and also learn from him the basics, so that we can spread this art appropriately. So that was it. And also I started loving to teach this art because as you can see, kids were very keen for it. I remember my first during my one of my few first sessions, I had one boy. He said that his parents did not allow. He wanted to start Muay Thai from very early age because his parents were practicing it earlier, but he was not allowed to until he was 7 years old. So he prepared for it. He was doing conditioning at home, basic workouts that he could do, so that when he joins Muay Thai lessons, he was among the best. Okay, voila. So that's it. Yeah.
And around how many women actually do you have in the federation who are practicing training for the sport?
So actually, we have over 100 women. Okay, kids, girls. Okay, adolescents, and we have working people as well. More than 100 practicing this sport as at date. Yeah.
And you know, the Muay Thai, like you've mentioned a lot, like you've mentioned earlier, it requires strength, you know, because we use our body parts to defend, to protect ourselves, or to attack even. So would you say that this sport is also a good form of fitness?
Definitely, it's a good form of fitness, and also it's the sense of belonging that is developed when you are with the Muay Thai family. You may be tired, okay? You have had a hard day at work, but you go to your Muay Thai course, okay? There, the sense, the encouragement that you have always, even if you don't have a full energy, but the fact that we trigger mental capacity, this will enable you to go through your session. Definitely, fitness is very essential nowadays. We are omnipresent with all sorts of diseases, be it viral, be it like we are cardiovascular diseases. So it's very important to have this lifestyle, to have to have a mode where you are at least generating positive energy, bringing more, giving your body the chance to challenge itself.
It is a good stress buster, we can say.
Exactly. If you are someone that is easily frustrated, then come throw some punches on the punching bag. This might help you. We have kids whose parents have enrolled them in Muay Thai classes as a mode to balance their stress from school life to become
Yes.
more or less normal, to be able to have be less stressful, perform well in the academics as well.
Studies.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, the NBC team had assisted a training session when they at Okule, and I felt that there's a beautiful sense of empowering community, right? Where women help each other to build themselves, to be strong and reach their goals.
Yes, this is the motive actually. It's not just women, it's the whole Muay Thai
Yes.
family, and it grows. We need to help. For instance, throughout the island, we organize workshops, etc. And whenever we need help from our other partners, from other clubs, etc., we are all present for an activity. This is how in strength, there's unity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what other considerations that one should take in mind before joining a Muay Thai class?
Firstly, you need to know your objective. Okay, you need to know what is the goal behind doing it, and this needs to be specified clearly with your crew, with your coach, as we say. And also, you need when you start Muay Thai, you need to embrace it fully. You need to know that since you're doing it for fitness, you need to adhere to it. It's not like you come for a Muay Thai class once in 2 months, etc. Then you won't see the full benefit of it. You need to practice it as well. So this is it. You need to be consistent.
Be consistent in
consistent, practice it little by little. You will see the improvement from it.
Do you think it's important for Muay Thai to evolve though?
Definitely. We are in an era where we don't just we focus on overall well-being. So it's physical and mental, and this is a sport where you don't just sweat, but it empowers you as well. So when you are more empowered, you will be able to deliver more productively, more positivity. You will generate more positivity in your day-to-day lifestyle. And Muay Thai needs to evolve because it has a lot of benefit, and we have assessed it. We have seen how kids are growing, okay, to become better person as well. So it's a mode of giving them an opportunity to express themselves. It's an art. I could take this example. So each year we have our international championship, but when COVID impacted internationally, even Thailand was hit. So unfortunately, in the year 2020, we could not have the international championship, but our international organization, it's the IFMA, okay, we are registered with IFMA. So what they came up with is a virtual championship. So we are adapting with every situation. What is the virtual championship? I just mentioned the Y crew. It's an art of respect. So we have Y crew competition based on the way you perform it. It's for every category. We have also Max Fit, where you showcase your fitness level. They give you some guidelines and you showcase. You make videos, you send it, they judge it. We have a panel as well. And then in terms of movement as well, you had another category. So we are adapting.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So definitely, when in an era where we're talking about globalization, when we're talking about adaptation, so if we have an organization which is changing in structure and helping people, bringing more people were definitely mentally uncomfortable to be confined at home only. So when you have such encouragement, you have a hobby as per se, so it will help you, it will ease this process, definitely.
We are actually drawing towards the end of this episode, but before that, Hema, any advice or any anecdotes you would like to share with our audience to encourage them to learn Muay Thai or any other martial arts?
Well, firstly, if you are tired of joining just the gym or other classes, you want something more challenging, okay? So come up, join on, contact our federation. We are here on Facebook, Instagram, throughout the island. We have various clubs as well. You are not be able to burn those extra kilos. So join a Muay Thai class, have a first session, okay? If it's enjoyable, then go for it. Because as I mentioned earlier, we have kids. Our youngest one is 5 years old, and we have till the elderly as well coming with their grand kids because they were practicing Muay Thai earlier. So here we are. Do not hesitate. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hema. It was such a delight to have you on the set of One-on-One tonight and
Yeah.
talk about this beautiful sport.
Thank you yourself for giving us this platform and spread a word about Muay Thai. Thank you.
Dear viewers, we have now come to the end of this episode. Thank you for your time. We hope to catch you next week at the same time, same channel. Have a great evening.